Hey guys, welcome to another vintage story video. I had a lot of fun with this one. It came from a 4-hour stream that I had with a lot of interaction, and it is so fun to be able to progress in my world and have you guys there progressing with me. If you like the quality of the videos that I make for my streams, give me a like, subscribe, follow, whatever you gotta do. And if you want to attend my streams, hopefully you do that too. I will see you in the video. Thank you. I started off in my orchard, and I had a lot of plans to get started with, but I had somebody in my chat say something really cool to me. Oh, you got vintage story. Heck yeah. You mess around with it a little bit? You do anything? The conversation continued on with a guy named Vortex, and apparently the previous stream that I had was enough influence to make him go and buy the game. He bought Vintage Story because of my streams I just started doing, and I just started making these videos, so imagine how that makes me feel. I feel wonderful to have that impact on somebody. Just what a great experience, you know? Anyways, I continued on chopping down all these trees because I needed to flatten out this land. I did end up finding while doing that that I needed to make a shovel, so I ended up making myself a shovel and getting started with pulling up all that dirt, flattening up for my crops. But one thing you gotta know about crops is you don't want to use low quality soil. Well, I spent a lot of my time on stream pulling up all this low quality soil and talking to Vortex, and I got pretty into our conversation to the point where, you know, I kind of wanted to see what he was up to, you know? When I took a break from pulling up all this low quality dirt from the ground, I wanted to go get some clay, and you can tell that I was kind of curious on what he was up to. Wonder how that Vortex guy is doing. He's probably around looking at the beautiful scenery. Little did I know that because I'm south and it is warm here, it's winter up north, so he's freezing. Meanwhile, I'm taking a look at my neighbor's house, peeping through because I just love the build, when I find all this, and all that power goes into this building, which I am now jealous because of all this metal. Just look at it. I don't even know what that is. That's iron. This looks like steel. That's meteoric iron. Bismuth bronze, tin bronze. After sticking around for a little bit, I decided to go look out for some more clay when I got a message. Remember when I said it's snowy up north? Yeah, I guess I could come hunt you down. Well, apparently he was cold, freezing, and needed some help. So I decided to head up north to spawn. Passing by my house and going through a lot of translocators, eventually I made my way up to the north. Meanwhile, I told him to meet me near spawn. Making my way to spawn, I was totally shocked to see the snow. I live down south and I totally forget that it snows up here. Eventually, I meet up with him. Hey, that is you. Welcome. I then tell him to follow me, and we start heading back to spawn. Near spawn, he tells me that he's starving, so I give him some food so that we could continue on our journey. Here, take this too. Put this in your offhand. There you go. It was quite the journey to get back, especially considering that he's new and didn't really understand how translocators work. So, it was a little tedious, but we got him back to my little area at home where it's warmer and he doesn't have to worry about freezing, and hopefully doesn't have to worry about starving if I can supply him enough food. I made him some metal tools, and I gave him a temporal gear for setting a spawn, and I showed him a bunch of areas that he could build, but he really liked this area over here. Right across from my house, I thought it would be a good idea to be able to help him out on his first few days in Vintage Story. I cut down some papyrus, and I turned some of my remaining linen into some sacks to help him with some inventory space, and I went and showed him where I prospected and found a lot of copper. I was surprised to find a bunch of clay. Now, if you remember earlier, I was on a big adventure for clay, and this is a couple hours in, so I didn't think I would get this much clay, especially if I find a time. I managed to go dump a bunch in my chest and come back, and there was even more. We absolutely decimated this area of clay, and it was awesome. It was good karma to be able to go and take them to this copper area, which, you know, I could have left to myself, but I wanted to be nice, and some good omen there. I managed to find exactly what I was looking for by doing such. So I then mined down, found some copper for him so that he could just go right down the mine shaft where I prospected and get some copper of his own. I gave him some food and sent him on his way, and I started with all that blue clay, and I wanted to turn him into some bricks, so that process got started here. I had a little bit of extra to work with as well, which is nice. Maybe I don't have to go looking for some blue clay in a while. That's the hope. But I ended up starting this up and getting this cooking while I was doing some other things, such as getting back to working on my little area over here. That low fertile soil isn't going to dig up itself. I spent a good long time doing this and replacing all the low quality with medium soil. Eventually, Vortex ended up needing help. He didn't know how to do a charcoal pit. So I had to hurry up here, finish up what I was doing, and make my way over there shortly to go help him with it. I showed him how I did it in the start, and I filled up this wood. I ended up messing up, and we lost all the wood here. It didn't turn into charcoal because I opened it up and messed it up later, but oh well, it was my wood, so it is what it is. What didn't help is that the rift activity made it pretty difficult for us. Like that, you see that he was shot and killed, and I picked up a bunch of his stuff. Eventually, I managed to finish the wood pile, but the rift activity just would not go away. From this point on, we fought with all these rust monsters the rest of the stream. It was immense, just non-stop high rift activity, and we even had a temporal storm show up after this.
Hey, leave me alone!
I finally managed to get the pit done, cooked up for him, which, like I said, it didn't turn out the best, but at least he knew how to do it next time. All my bricks were done, so I started putting it on my house and finishing up my foundation, which looks beautiful, guys. I hope you guys enjoy that too. A lot better than the cobblestone I had. At least I think so. I managed to use a lot of this extra to start with my barn that I plan on putting my animals in. I dug out the ground and I started to replace it with cobblestone. I tend to use that a lot. It looks pretty good. I have it in my other barns, so I thought it'd be fine. And right when I got hungry, this is when the temporal storm happened. So my progress was halted yet again.
Look at the server, look at the server, look at the chat, look at the chat.
After letting them inside for shelter, we ended up getting bombarded by absolutely every single monster you could imagine. And when I decided to run for safety, let's just say that Vortex did not have the same level of expertise. Oh, geez. Oh. I ended up hiding in here for a little bit and coming back out when I knew that I could eventually do something. Such as get more food because I was starving and I got interrupted. I opened up the door so that he could get back inside because my claim is separate. And I ended up getting trapped down here a little bit.
No! Stay away!
After playing a ring around the rosy and just about dying, I decided to run right up to where my little room is because I think that's the safest spot that I can be. And this time Vortex is right behind me following me. Or at least I thought. He then decides to run all the way around my plot for safety, then comes back inside so that I could save him. Pretty funny experience, but I remember when I first started off, running on the trails is a great idea because you get enough movement speed to escape. Anyways, we sat here, waited for a while Dave circled us menacingly. All-knowing Dave. We had to fend off a little bit, but luckily it was just this one. Being at 2 hearts or 2 health, I kind of was about to die here, so I kind of freaked out when I accidentally opened the door. Anyways, we chilled here for quite a bit. The storm lasted a very long time. It was a strong temporal storm, and a lot of people left the server. But we chilled, we stayed and waited, and eventually we were greeted with the end of the temporal storm. We kind of got scared, and we had to fight our way through the house, so this is how that went.
That's a tainted one. He's still transparent. These guys are dangerous. Okay.
We fought our way through there, and I had to go and put some stuff away, and boom, we had to go and fight a whole nother army in my shed as well, or my storage barn. I ended up taking some of the rest of my flax and making bandages so I didn't die, and I came in here to clear out my basement now. Clean that up, and there's only one spot to clean up now, and that would be my attic. Or I guess my upstairs. After all that, I was finally free to do what I needed. I ended up taking all this grass and making daub, and now that I have finished my little area there, I was able to continue working on my barn because I don't have to terraform anymore, and that went pretty well. If you count the 100 billion mobs and rust monsters that wanted to attack us. Luckily I had Vortex's help, which is pretty nice. Feeling pretty accomplished with my work, I decided to try to end the stream off there, but I thought that I should say goodbye to Vortex before I got off. So I made my way over there to be greeted by an army. And when I say army, I mean it. Like, they just kept coming. Who knew saying goodbye would be this hard? After drowning in drifters for about 2 minutes, I managed to say my goodbyes, and I was able to end my stream. And just like that, that is the end of my video, and I hope you guys liked it, and if you want to join my stream next time, feel free to do that. See ya!